Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cropper here. Let's talk about the green grass of home, your lawns. There's a big movement against lawns. There's people who want to take their lawns out and replace them with anything besides grass. It takes up so much water, the bees can't do the things bees do, so you replace it with wildflowers, a million wildflowers. That's so much better, uses less water. You put drought tolerant native plants in so you don't have to water it all the time, saves water. Well, let's talk about why everybody got to this obsession with lawns to begin with. Where did it come from to begin with? Is it worth spending our wealth on? Think about the history of it. It goes back at least into the early 1900s. Then you find out that the aristocracy had it clear back in the 1800s, even in the 1700s. At some point, it was prestigious to have a bowling green, and you could bowl on your lawn and play cricket or whatever. And if you go back far enough, you find that it was sort of a snobby thing to do. Have a huge mowed green lawn that doesn't produce wheat or corn or anything, and it's a way to show the other people, look, I've got all this land and I'm not making any money off of it. I don't need to make any money off of it. In fact, I cut this grass, or I have sheep coming. And there's the thing. It used to be they'd have sheep all over the grounds that would come, and there was chickens running around and stuff. Even at a big wealthy manor house in the 16 and 1700s, you'd have sheep on the grounds running around, and chickens, maybe pigs, who knows what would be running around the farm eating the grass. Well, why does that look good to us? Why do we care or want mowed grass, green grass that's mowed? I think we're brand new on the scene. We haven't been around very long. Other people very similar to us were around for tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of years. So let's put our shoes on and go back 50,000 years or 30,000 years. And there you are. You got your tent on your back. Wagons haven't even been invented. And you and your group are trudging. And you come to a valley with a river running down the center, or a creek or a brook. And there's grass on either side, and there are trees where the tree trunks are exposed, bare up to like 6 or 8 feet off the ground. There's no branches. And the grass is like an inch tall. Now this is thousands of years ago, so nobody's there with a mower, and there's no groundskeeper. So what do we know about this area? We know that in the spring, when the little teeny buds come out of the tree trunks to grow more branches down at ground level, those are getting eaten off because all these tree trunks are clean. Up to about the height that a small deer or doe or something like that could reach, 6, 8, 10 feet off the ground. Then look at the grass. It's an inch tall. There's nobody with lawnmowers about. So we know that something's eating this grass. So this is a productive place with a lot of food, a lot of possibly easy food. Now, there must have been people who thought, this is ugly, I hate this area, I want to live around rocks, and they turned and walked and kept going, right? And those people probably died of starvation. So the people who have come down to us, have sent their genes down to us, the people who we have come down from, looked at an area like this and said, oh, look at this, lovely mowed grass, nice tree trunks bare up to where, all sort of allowing a view through the area. This is gorgeous. And water flowing through the middle. This is lovely. I think we'll put our tents here. People like that had more children because they chose a wise area. They chose an area full of resources. That's why green mowed grass and bare tree trunks look good to us. So don't worry too much about having a lawn. You're just enjoying something that is sort of an innate pleasure of a human being, of a Homo sapien, of someone descended from the savannas, the grasslands of Africa. It's just an innate pleasure to look out on a bunch of grass that is down below ankle level, because it just looks like a delicious time that you're going to have living in that area. So don't judge people too hard for having their pleasure in enjoying their inheritance.